on it for a while, then they do the up and down motion with the supra, and then exchange the supra and do that 4 times. This was again performed at the Morbid weddings in Cluston, Florida, and I was quite intrigued to see that. The Adani ceremony, the important ceremony before the wedding, is when the bridegroom family visits the bride family. Bride is standing on a little stool called patla. The new sari given to her, she puts it on, and then all the people give her some gifts to her, to the parents, to the bridegroom, and so on. And then it is reciprocated by bride's family going to the bridegroom's family. So this is the Adani. On the day of wedding, the first thing that we have to do is the Nan ceremony for the bride and bridegroom. Here is upper left hand corner, you see the Nan ceremony for the bride. Bride is then dressed in the beautiful wedding dress. There is nothing better than a beautiful Parsi or Irani woman dressed into this white sari with all garlands and so on. And then for the Asivar in the lower left hand corner, the 2 chairs are put facing one another. Bridegroom is already waiting as always and as usual for the bride. His witness is standing in next to him, and then bride comes, sits on the other side, but before that the 2 witnesses put a white sheet between them so they cannot see one another. And then the Morbid starts the prayers with Yathavirya, taking the right hands of both underneath the sheet, giving them little rice, and then tying the 2 in a clasp in 7 times with a Yathavirya as a symbol of tying the 2 of them together into one life. And then the same thread is taken around 7 times between around the 2 chairs, and each time a Yathavirya is recited, and then at the end of the 7th Yathavirya, the 2 bride and bridegroom is supposed to throw the rice in the left hand given by the Morbid before, and the one who throws first supposed to have won the contest and be the main person in the family. This is quite interesting kind of thing, and people follow it with quite interest. And on the right hand side, then after this whole ceremony of Arantar, the 2 husband and wife to be are seated side by side, and the 2 Morbids then shower the rice, petals of rose petals on them with the benediction. And the beginning part of this Ashirvad ceremony, the lead Moabed performs, recites a few paragraphs, initially 3 times, and each time he is asking a question whether they accept it, to the witness of bride, the witness of bridegroom, and the bride and bridegroom also. And after that, both of them showered the rice and the mixture with benediction of do and not to do, ending up with the benediction of Tandurasti. So here we come to the funeral ceremonies now, ceremonies relating to the disposal of the body. Many of them we do perform here, like washing the body, covering it up in old clothes, putting the kasti around it, and so on. But we do not do many other things that are there here, and so we won't cover in too much detail about that, but we do follow the basic principle of this in North America. The next one actually for the funeral ceremony is the 4-day ceremonies which we perform in North America quite religiously. The 4 ceremonies include, the 4-day ceremony include the 3 nights of ceremony of Sarosh ceremony, which is called Sarosh Nupatru, which is a Afghan of Sarosh, and the Sarosh Nupatru is performed 3 days. Then in the night of the third day in the afternoon in Uzirangay, you perform the Uttamna. And then Uttamna is a very important part in the old days. This is the time if a very benevolent Bedin, like Sir Jijibai Darabai when he passed away, a person suggested and proposed in the Majlis or Anjuman that because of all the wonderful things this gentleman has done, we should have his name to be taken into all our Afghan Faroxi ceremonies, which was accepted, and there are many of them like that accepted. And when we pray a Jashan, we take those names into the Namgaran, as we call it. The Namgaran custom is to call a person Bedin if it is a layman, or Osta, Osti, or Ervad if they are from the priestly family, Osta and Osti for man and woman if they have their Naujat performed, Ervad if they have their Navar performed. Then there was a custom of what we call Palak. Palak means adopted son. If a person dies without a son, in the old days, this was a very major custom to be followed. The people, actually the person who died may have already selected one of his closest relatives as his adopted son, and so at the Uthamna ceremony this is announced, and then this Palak or adopted son is responsible to perform all the ceremonies for the deceased adopted father. The fourth day morning is a very important day for the soul of the dead person. This is the time when it travels to the Chinwat bridge, the bridge of judgment, where three judges, the Mitra, the judge, Rashnu or Rashne, the justice,